Good morning, everyone. We are the Group 3 and we're going to discuss the Chapter 4, which is Political Development. First, I will discuss the political system during Rizal time. This describes the rule and power of the Governor General, the highest authority in the Philippines during the Spanish colonial period. The governor was appointed by the King of Spain and held significant power, acting as the king's representatives. Their responsibility is, first, leadership of the central government. The Governor General oversaw the overall administration of the colony. Next is the responsibility of Vice-Royal Patron. They held authority over religious matter. And then the chief executive is they issued orders, proclamations, and decided which laws to implement. And then the responsibilities of a commander-in-chief, they lead the colonial armed force. Then the responsibilities of judicial power is they serve as the president of the Royal Audiencia or Supreme Court. And also the responsibilities of ecclesiastical appointments, they nominated priests to elastic position. In a historical context, it refers to a flexible or adaptable social status or position that allows individuals to navigate complex social hierarchies and identities. During the Spanish colonial period in the Philippines, having an elastical position meant that one's social status was not regularly defined and could change or adapt to different circumstances, enabling individuals to move up and down the social ladder, navigate multiple identities, and take on different roles or position in society. And last is the responsibilities of control of religion finances. They manage the finances of religious missions. Okay, let's proceed to Fray Lorcasia. This explains the significant influence of the friars or Catholic priests on the political system. The term Fray Lorcasia refers to the rule of the friars, where the church and states were closely intertwined. The friars held substantial power, even influencing the Governor General. First is significant power. Friars held considerable power, often feared even by the Governor General. Next is the control of local governance. They controlled various aspects of local governance, including the ruling towns. They serves as ruler of towns, supervising election. They oversaw elections, and the administration. They administered schools, taxation, health, services, charity, and the census. And last is the identification. They issued certified personal identification card. Okay, now let's proceed to political structure during Rizal time. The hierarchical political structure of the Philippines during Rizal times, it's showing the different levels of the government. So first is the central government. It is headed by the Governor General. This was the highest level of the government. Next is the Alcaldia or the provincial government. It led by the Alcalde Mayor. This level governed provinces. And then next is Cabildo or Ayuntamiento or city government. It is headed by the two alcaldes in ordinario or mayor and vice mayor. This level governed cities. And then next is Pueblo or the town government. It composed of barangays and led by the Gobernador Celo or the town mayor. This was the next lower level of government. The Gobernador Celo was the highest position an Indio or Filipino native could hold. And the next is the barangay, the smallest political unit, governed by the local leader. This was the smallest unit of the local government.
So my next topic is Jose Rizal thoughts on government. So Jose Rizal believed that the purpose of government is to serve the welfare of its people. He advocated for citizens' participations and governance to address their needs, drawing parallels to Lincoln's concept of government of the people, by the people, for the people. So Jose Rizal admired England just a practical legal systems, while strongly criticizing the abuse of the Spanish colonial government, such as arbitrary home search and unlawful arrest of Filipinos. Instead of complete independence, Rizal proposed assimilation, seeking equal rights of Filipinos and Spaniards, and even support the Philippines become a province of Spain. He credited the year 1872 with inspiring reformist leaders like Plaridel, Zaina, and Santiago. Roles and spread of liberalism and democracy. Liberalism and democracy grew from the Americans and French revolutions. Opposing monarchies in Europe, they promote representative governments, equality under the law, and individuals' freedoms like free speech, free assembly, and protections from unfair arrest. So my next topic is spread of democracy in Europe. So democracy flourished in Britain, Belgium, and Switzerland. These reforms, including the promulgations of law advancing democracy, the abolition of slavery, the adoptions of liberal constitutions, granting citizens the right to propose laws, expanding suffrage, and recognitions political and social rights.
The border reforms were a set of economic and political practice implemented by the Spanish crown in the 18th century. They aimed to strengthen royal authority, modernize Spanish economy and administration, and boost Spanish control over its colonies. Key aspects included suppressing the Society of Jesus, administrative restructuring, and economic reforms in Spanish America. While some administrative improvements were achieved, the reforms also alienated local elites, fueling colonial resistance and ultimately contributing to the decline of Spain's overseas empire. The reforms had mixed results, with some success but also significant unintended consequences. So the Cadiz Constitution of 1812 established a constitutional monarchy in Spain, placing sovereignty in the nation and granting in the right to self-governance. It guaranteed certain individual freedoms while establishing Catholicism as the official religion, and the power was shared between the Cortes and Parliament and the monarch, and a national militia was created. The Constitutional also extended equal rights to Spaniards in both Spain and its colonies. Repeal and Restoration. The Cadiz Constitution of 1812 was revoked on May 4, 1814 by King Ferdinand VII. It was restored on January 1, 1820 by Rey Guay Nunez, with Ferdinand VII initially agreeing to uphold on May 9, 1820. However, it was abolished again on October 1, 1823 by Ferdinand VII. The Constitution was reinstated for a third time on August 12, 1836 due to the popular demand, but was ultimately replaced by a new constitution on June 18, 1837.
Ferdinand VII was born in 1784 and became King of Spain in 1808. He was forced to give up the throne when Napoleon took over Spain and made his brother Joseph Bonaparte king. The Spanish people resisted and wanted Ferdinand back. When he was a prisoner in France 1808 to 1813, Spanish leaders created the Cadiz Constitution 1812, which gave more power to the people and limited the king's power. In 1813, Napoleon freed Ferdinand but made him promise to get rid of the Constitution. In 1814, Ferdinand returned, abolished the Constitution, and ruled as an absolute king until his death in 1833. Basically, Spain wanted a fair government, but Ferdinand rejected